A plague of darkness. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders of great millstone. A plague of darkness. All right. That's what's been announced. A plague of darkness in the land. All right. And we know that this happened before. Okay. All right. Salakia.
The entire shocking developing news coming out today, August 19th. Shocking developing news coming out today, August 19th, 2026, of potential cyber attacks against our power grid systems that could knock out and black out the entire United States for 18 months. And they're saying it is shockingly easy. In fact, they're saying that 12-year-olds with internet access could do this. And so Iran doing this, they said, is not out of the picture, and it could be absolutely devastating. Let's take a look at the latest headlines coming out today, August 19th, so you can see it for yourself. Shockingly vulnerable U.S. power grid could result in an 18-month nationwide blackout, an expert has warned. This is coming out all across the headlines today, August 19th, 2026. Take a look at some more with me. Warning that a mammoth nationwide blackout could last 18 months as power grids' appalling weak spots are exposed, and they're saying this is something the IRGC could actually easily do to the United States. U.S. is at risk of an 18-month-long blackout that could extend across the entire nation, experts claim. So just to clarify, we're going to be getting into the details of this, but they're saying this is not just a city or a region. They're saying the entire United States of America could be entirely blacked out, shut down, and we would be unable to get our systems up for roughly 18 months is the estimate that we are hearing. Now, in addition to that, take a look at this. We've been continually hearing threats coming out from the IRGC. They are threatening to target global energy and internet infrastructure if Iran is attacked again. This came out August 12th when we had heard some of the more recent threats against the U.S. power grid systems. And just to clarify, it says here global energy and internet, but in case you are wondering, Iran made sure that we knew. Iran lawmakers threaten U.S. power grid if Iran is attacked. And that is not just grids of U.S. assets in the Middle Eastern region. They're talking specifically about attacking U.S. soil in North America. We're going to get into the details of this, as they're saying that this would be coast to coast, west to east. Every single resident in the United States would be blacked out for 18 months, and they're saying it's actually shockingly simple to achieve. They believe that 12-year-olds with access to the internet could do it because we are operating on archaic systems that need immediate attention right away. Now, in addition to that, we've also been receiving attacks against our water systems, the cyber attacks on the U.S. water sector, and the Iran question. Escalation or opportunism? Now, we're actually hearing new states have come out and announced that they are some of the ones that have been hit. And we're going to be taking a look at that in detail so you can see more of the states that have made the announcements as we are mapping Iranian cyber attacks on U.S. water systems. Now, from my understanding, we have not specifically been able to confirm that it is Iran, but they're saying this has all the makings of the cyber avenger Iranian cyber attackers that have hit U.S. Shocking developing news coming out today.
Next video.
You know what's diabolical? You know what's diabolical? I'm trying to figure out if they want us to say something or stay silent. You're at a time when we know something, they've said something, and I don't know if people just want to stay silent or they want to talk about it. Right now, someone said, if you keep messing with me, your country will be without power for 18 months. Did you hear about that? This place said that it's so easy for them to turn the power off for 18 months. They said our systems are so old, so easy to be tampered with, that a 5-year-old with an internet connection could cut the power off in this country. So we sit here and we see things like what's happening in Gary, Indiana, and it didn't go to where people were looting and robbing and hurting each other. But imagine that situation going on for 18 months. Imagine you were a prepper and everyone else is suffering, but you got it. You think they're not coming to you? So I'm saying this because if something like that were to happen, make sure your family is in a position to leave the country. Not stick around and see what happens. In a position to leave until things are fixed. I'm out.
26,000 people in Long. An update on this power outage situation. It's looking like this is becoming a national issue. They're saying Gary, Indiana, massive parts of Georgia, and Memphis, Tennessee are all without power right now because of storms, but they've been on a prolonged period of time. And then we saw Long Beach, 26,000 people in Long Beach last night, Long Beach, California, because people always ask me, well, Long Beach, we're also without power. And they're claiming that's because of the heat. What is happening right now? I can understand in California because everybody running their AC might shut it down, but Gary, Indiana, storms 2 weeks ago, that doesn't make sense. Memphis, Tennessee, they're saying a tornado touched down, like, okay, but all of these people are without power because of one tornado. The dude I just watched talk about this, he just said Georgia, so I don't know what part of Georgia or why. So if you're in Georgia and you don't have power, go ahead and drop that and let me know. But my tinfoil folks, is this starting to be kind of odd? I mean, I don't know. Are all these massive storms and crazy weather the reasons, or are there other reasons? And if you're in other parts of the country right now and you're without power and have been for a prolonged period of time, type where you're at, or if you've heard about it, you're not there, but you know people that are there, or you've seen other creators talk about it, also drop that, because I feel like this is getting suspicious. Let me know if you...
plans to build their own electric. I'm allowing the plans to build their own electric. I'm allowing them to become an electric utility so they can produce their own electricity, because we need double the to be successful with AI, which is the biggest thing now. We need double the electricity that we have, which is hard to believe. We need even more than that.
A stark new warning from the Energy Department. According to new projections, Americans could face up to 800 hours of blackouts per year by 2030. That's more than a month without power, and it's raising some questions about the reliability of our electric grid.
So there you have it. Okay. There you have it. All right. So I get into the scriptures a little bit and read a few of them. All right, let's go to 2nd Esdras 16 and 36 through 40. All right. All right. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So you see what's happening? As the men of the Lord have warned you, all right, the plagues increase. Verse 40. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. That means you could be wandering from place to place. All right. Okay. Because when these power outages go out, I mean, you're not going to have any means to basically stay in the home, because you're not going to have no toiletry, no lights, no refrigerator, nothing. You see? All right, but this is all judgment from the Heavenly Father. 2nd Esdras 15, 1 through 6, and it reads, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All right. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the hurtful works are fulfilled, and the Lord is bringing forth the judgment. All right. All right. Let's read a few more. Exodus chapter 10, verses 20. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart so that he would not let the children of Israel go. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land. All right. And there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, Go ye, serve the Lord. Only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. Okay. So we see what happened. Okay. The darkness came. All right. So we're in that time. All right. Wisdom of Solomon 17, 1-3. For great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses. All right. And we're in that same position again today. All right. Shut up in their houses. The prisoners of darkness and fettered with the bonds of a long night lay there exiled from the eternal providence. For while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange aberrations. So the Lord sent wicked spirits upon the ancient Egyptians. All right. And when he darkened the land. All right. So we get ready to go in those same time periods. All right. As before. Let's go back to 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and 10. And it reads, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Okay, so that's what's happening right now. Okay, all right. So I read one last one for you. 2nd Esdras 14 and 13. All right. It says, Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man, put off the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, let go of the mortal thoughts. I mean, we may be pilgrims on the earth real soon. Okay, all right, because the Lord is taking away that stay and that staff. And you got to understand that, they're saying Iran is talking about doing this. They just want, they play that blame game too. Esau Edom has his agenda to come in with this new world order with the digital currency. All right. So he has to somehow cause the chaos to force you into the digital ID and into the RFID implant that's coming. All right. So that's what this agenda is all about. Is he has to bring forth the change of the currency. All right. He know that he has to make everybody bow to their knees to do it. All right. That's the reason for the recalls of all the food and all of that. Okay. All right.